Hello, so good evening. Let's see how to um, do some basic operations using InShot. So first thing you want to do is gather your footage, your video footages, all the video clips you're going to be working with. If it's only one and you just want to cut and rejoin, no problem. If there are plenty you want to work with, same thing. So let me just do this. Okay, this is a Nigerian. Now on InShot, sometimes they will want you to trim from here. They want you to trim it. You may not want to do that for now, except you know exactly where you're trimming. So that's one. This is another one. So just press the tick sign or the check mark, the one I'm touching there. Okay, let's work with these two. So when you're done selecting, you press the big green check sign, and all of them will be imported into this place. So let's see what we have here. This is a concert by Flavor, Ada, stuff like that, live in Cameroon. I don't know. So this is a Nigerian audience, obviously. These are all Niger people, Niger, and it's pretty long. It's about 50 minutes, almost an hour. So let's scroll. Oh, sorry, that wasn't it. It's 20 minutes. About there's another video there too. So this one is not 20 minutes, but okay. See, let's do this. Just tap here. Tap on the timeline. This is the timeline. This one here is the timeline. This is the timeline. Tap here. So this first video of Flavor is 12 minutes, and the one of MJ is 7 minutes. Okay, so I can rotate the video. I like that's what's not. I can swap the clips. Just tap it like this. Long press on this, and then move it. So that one is there. And remember, all of them have their own music. For example, look at this one. Let me slide its front. Okay. So that's its own music, and this one too has its own music. So you have to decide which of the music you're working with. If all the music are important to you, fine. If they're not important to you, then you tap here and simply reduce it to 0. Tap here and the next one and reduce to 0. If you want to remove the music of all the clips, there's a shorter way, because sometimes you can have like 5-10 clips. So just reduce it, then tap on these 3 dots and say apply to all. When you do that, all the video clips will be 0 automatically, so you don't have to start reducing one by one. Reduce one, apply to all. So now there is no more music. You can see nothing is sounding again. So this is the perfect time to start trimming and cutting. So I want to put this young this singer here, MJ, with a Nigerian audience. So this is simple video tricks. So what do I need to do? I will go to this. Now you don't have to be scrolling like this. Just tap like this and go here. I'll go to where there is a Nigerian audience here and clip it off, or just select it. So just click this trim button, and then you can start searching for it. You can either be playing it like this, or you could just do some guesswork. Use hold this edge here and drag to where you have Nigerians, like here. Make sure nothing that you don't want to show is showing. Like Flavor should not show, because if it shows, people will know that it's not. So that means from look at the time up. 1 minute. This one, I mean the time. So this place is at 1 minute 31 seconds, and there are a lot of ladies here. Ladies, screaming, and fans, stuff like that. So that place is a good place. So I can now come to this other place and then drag it to meet up with this one. Just not too much. let it cover maybe some seconds. So I have a total of what? This part that is enclosed is now what? A total of, they're telling that the total is 17 seconds, or 17 seconds and 6 milliseconds or microseconds. I don't know the measure, but 17.6 seconds. Okay, let's leave a book for people that knows people that went to school. Okay, so the whole clip is 17 seconds, right? Now you can play it and see what is actually inside there. So it's just ladies screaming, fans screaming. You see, now this place is not supposed to be there because Flavor or the other musician is showing. So you have to use your discretion, right? Now, as it is small like this, this place now is too small for me to now start selecting and removing. Look at, only a small touch, I touched it. See how it has come to 37 seconds. So it will be difficult to manipulate it from there. I've even scattered it. So there's a way. Just check it down a bit. Let's see what is inside there now. So let me drag this one back to where the ladies were. Let's play it and see. Okay, the ladies are still here, the fans, and just general people in the stadium. So to make it easier to trim, I could press this one, zoom selection. Now on different apps, these things will not be the same way, but just know the concept. Trimming, cutting, splitting, they are the same thing everywhere. The buttons and the arrangement might be different on different apps. On KineMaster, on Power Director, on Quake, on Adobe Final Cut, Final Cut Pro, on Filmora, on Vimeo, on which one again? Video Lights, the Vivaldi. The buttons might not be the same place, but the idea of trimming, cutting, splitting are the same. So now it is easier because they have zoomed out the place I selected, so I can easily cut off where I don't want. Now cut off this other singer, Flavor, is I don't know, that singer, whatever his name is. Okay, so let's just play it and see what's inside. Okay, it's still showing. Now I'm going to show you something else. Okay, so I can work with this. Now let me also cut off part of MJ for the purpose of learning. Let's just look for where he's singing, just the place he's singing. Oh yeah, it's still introduction, no singing yet, still some dancing. So I think the singing started around here. Okay, you could trim it. Now there are a lot of singing, so you could split. When we say trim, I'm just showing you how to trim. That doesn't mean that is the only way. There could be singing, then dancing and talking and other things. You could then split, you could cut, you could take off the chunk, but now I just want to select singing, so that's why I'm using the trimming. It doesn't mean that is the only method. So this is singing. Let's look for maybe something not too long, maybe 9 seconds, fine, and then select it. So now the entire video is now 27 seconds. All the other places I have trimmed them off. That doesn't mean they are not there again. If you tap on them and then go back to that scissors, you will see the clip is still there, but the area I have selected, where the green markers are the ones that will show on the final video. You understand? It doesn't mean that the rest of the video has disappeared. You see, they look at it, you see here, but it will not show because it's not inside this green. I don't want to touch it. If I touch it, it will move. So that's that. So now let's see what happens. So I have some singing, and then I have the people showing. So it's beginning to look like something real. Now you see this one is here, so I have to cut it. So what do I do? Tap on it again, tap on the trim tool, and still just trim it a bit. You see, so around 14 or 13 seconds or 12.8 seconds here, that's where that stuff went. So let's just review it. Let's be sure it's not there. Okay, you see it's still there. So it's pretty short. So now it's just 4 seconds. Okay, we'll work with that. And even at that, you can see crop off a part you don't like. Okay, so I'll show you that. So this is trimming. Now let's look at splitting. Let's look at what splitting. I wish I could be writing this stuff down on the screen, but I didn't prepare that. So splitting. Now splitting is used when you want to create a space to insert another video. Do you understand? Now look at this now. Look at this. This video is, this particular one I've selected, where the green markers are, is 4.3 seconds. Look at it, 4.3 seconds. Now I can split it this way. The whole of this 4.3 seconds. Mind you, it will only split on the selected area. I can say, okay, at 2.0 seconds, cut this video to 2 parts, so that I can put another video in the center. So I just go there and do. Now look at it. Now look at this pen icon here at the bottom. You see that small white thing like biro? That shows you that that is a different clip. Anyway, you see that, like, look at this one now. You see this one. So instead of having 2 videos, we now have 3. 1, this one, 2, look at the pen sign, and 3. Or to prove to you that it's actually 3, let me press here, just a timeline. You see 1, 2, this, that one that was 4 seconds, I've split it to 2 halves. So it's now made up of 2 seconds each. 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 2 seconds. Now I can now insert something in the middle. So the function of splitting is to demarcate a clip or a footage to allow you to add something in the center. So I can add something in the center now. I can now press on this plus sign and add another video into that place. You see that? So I could add this, for example. Just an example. It's not part of the music. You see, this is a motivational habit breaking video, something like that. Okay, this one still has its music. Of course, you know, you tap it like this, you drop down the music, so no more music on that. That is when you don't need the music. All right, then just tap it like this, long press it, and then you could just put it in the center. You see that? So it's now in the center of those 2 videos that I split. So splitting is used to create demarcation. Then let me delete this because we don't need it. Then cutting. Let's look at cutting now. Cutting is used to cut or remove, to remove a chunk at the center. Now trimming, look at how trimming works. If you want to trim, you can only trim by moving left and right. I don't want to work with, I'm trying to have, okay, let me just do it. This is how you trim. You move left, you move from right, you move from left, you know, stuff like that. So you have to just keep adjusting. But cutting, see how cutting works. If you come here and just press cutting, it will remove from left and right and leave you with the center. Trimming is like the opposite. Trimming will remove this. Trimming will remove this. Let me look at it. See what trimming does. Trimming will take the central part, the selected area, and then do away with here, do away with here. It only use this selected area. But cutting does this. Cutting will do away with the center and then work with this selected area. So it's like the reverse of trimming. You see that? It's like the reverse of trimming. So it will remove this whole central part and then join these 2 together, while here will be done away with. Whereas trimming will do away with the left and right and take only the center. So you could use cutting for maybe you just want the end and then the beginning. You don't need all of these places. You just do that and click OK, and you see that's what it will be. So you see the beginning. Look at the beginning of the video, remember, and look at the end of the video, or the ending area. It's not really the end, like the place I trimmed off, or I cut off. So trimming selects the center or any place. It may not really be the center, but the area covered by the green marker. Okay, while cutting helps you to, you know, to erase or to remove a chunk and then join back the remnants. I hope you get that part. Okay, so if you have any better view or perspective of explaining it, you can do so. I don't seem to be able to muster the right words now, but I know you get the difference. And then splitting is to what? Demarcate and then allow you to add something in the center. You don't need splitting if you're not going to add something in the center. There's no point split. The only reason why you will split a video is so that you will have space to insert either a blank or something else. Okay, and that reminds me, you can insert a blank. Look at, see this place, you see we have split these two places. Okay, if I press this red button, I can put a blank. A blank means that, look, there is nothing there, it's just blackness. Now on that space I can do anything. I can come to the background and make that blank to be a white blank, a purple or a pink blank, and then I could even write on top of that blank. I could come to here and say my videos. I could adjust the color, just, you know, this is now where you add the captions, add all the contact address, add all the advertisement and style you want to do. Just, you know, you could even animate it and make it just come like this or come like this and okay it, and then while the video is playing, or it will be part of that, you know, you see that. And when you okay it, of course you can adjust it, so I can now put it in the center of the place I split. All right, that's a function of that. And of course I could reduce the speed. Now when you're working with a blank that has just images or text, if you press trim, since it's not a video, what will happen is that what you see is duration. You will not see trim because it's not a real video. It will reduce the time or increase the time that blank will be displayed. If you put it at 10 seconds, it will show for 10 seconds. Put it at 1 second, show for 1 second. If you want to go more than 10 seconds, you press on this pen icon and then you can put 25 and it will show for 25 whole seconds. Now sometimes if you want to delay a video, you don't want a part to play immediately, you can put a blank of maybe 1 second to delay it. So these are all techniques, but those ones are advanced editing. I just want to show you cutting, trimming and splitting. Okay, and then let's delete all these things we don't need. Let's adjust this one back. Let's go to where the singing starts. You see, now that I've cut it, it's difficult to get it back again, but no problem, I could always add it back. Click on video and look for it again and simply add it back. So that's not a problem. Look at it here and then click on here and select it, and voila, is there. So click on it, the timeline, go to trim, and that's the wrong one. Click on it here, this is it. Let me move it, long press. I believe you understand what I'm doing. You know how to adjust the position now, how to swap. So come to trim, and then like we said, we're looking for the singing part. So we'll do a simple trim. Now you can also split the video here. Maybe there are places how do I explain this to you now? Sometimes trimming and cutting will not work, because as you are cutting, you'll be cutting down some places that you need. So in that case, you will have to first split the video. Let me show you what I mean. Let's say I need this singing. Yeah, I need this singing. Then I also need another thing here. So I need something in this demarcation, I need something in this place. How will I do it? If I say, let me take the whole of here and just trim it, what about the ones in the center? I don't need them. So what I need to do is to split this video into two. Take the part I need here, take the part I need here. That's also work. So I could just come to the center, split it in the center. See, now I have two of it. Then I can now take the parts I want from each. Cutting might work sometimes, but anytime you have to just manipulate between splitting, cutting and trimming. So now that I've split the videos, I can now select, maybe I just wanted the first 1 point something seconds from here, like just where it's singing. I just wanted this. Okay, then come to the other one, and then maybe I just wanted the last bit of it, the dancing or something like that, just for example. Okay, so in cases like this, trimming might not work because trimming will gather the center and everything, and you don't want that part. So you have to split first, then take a chunk of the first one, take a chunk of the second one. Sometimes you may split even 3 times, and then there is a limit for the splitting. If it's less than 1 second, it will not split. If it's less than 1 second on InShot, it will not trim. Anything less than 1 second, because they're what they call frame or frame rates. If it's 1 second, if it's 1 frame per second, then you cannot go less than 1 second. So it depends on the frame rates, and that's advanced too. So we have that this man is, and then the music is still there. So I can drop the music and then say what apply to all. So all music will not play. Good. Now the last thing is to add my own music. So what do? We come to this button here, and then go to tracks, and then if it's something you've downloaded already, it will be in my music. And then I had this from Majek, so just click on it, and then also the music can be trimmed. Look at the music started with a lot of introduction, and you see I don't need all these places. Why? Because the man here is already singing and this thing is not playing, so I have to move to where this scene has started singing. It has not yet started. They are still playing instrument drums. So you have to look for it. Keep looking for it. See, so you just look for it and get. So it's around here. You have to find the exact point. And then it depends on your work too. It doesn't mean that you have to do exactly what I'm doing. So let me see, it's here. So it's around here. So it should be around here. Or another way is to be playing is that once it gets there, you stop it. Look at. I just stop it immediately it gets there. Then click on that clip, the music clip itself. Remember, this is a clip. Then you split. So I've divided it to 2 parts now. Then select this one and move this way. You see, you can move this way. Then delete that one. Okay, I don't need it. Right? Then long press on this one. Long press. Hold your hand. Put your hand on it, and then drag it to the beginning where the singing started. So the singing and the music will start at the same time now. So this is how video manipulation works. Now, if you want to be super professional, you have to look for where the lips, what they call lip reading, where the lips and the song are going together. Now that may not be possible depending on the kind of song and the kind of music the person is singing, because if you're singing a classical music and it's slow, or if it's a fast, anyhow, if you're singing a slow song, you cannot use a fast track. But if you want to, it just depends on your discretion. You can mark where the lips are moving and then position it to start singing from that point. You can check when it's saying E, clouded, the vowel sound, that vowel sound air, it has a way it makes your mouth bend. You can find that particular mouth position. Like I said, this one is advanced now. You may not be able to get it on all scenarios. All I'm trying to say is you can make it follow the movement of the lips. And of course, if this person is far away, then there's no point for that. The reason why I'm trying to do that is because it's near and we can see the lips moving. So let's see. You see, at some point when the mouth is moving, the music is playing. Then at some point where the music is not playing, the mouth is still moving. So anybody will know that it's not a real song. You see that some places the song is silent and the music is silent, but then the lips are still moving. So common sense will say that it's not this person that is singing. So that's why you may need to really fine tune on that area, and that's where you now take your time to really cook it. Otherwise, if this person is far away and his lips are not visible, or the singer's lips are not visible, then it's not a problem. Now, this is just one type of video editing. It's not every time you want to do singing. I'm just showing you how I did this particular clip. Okay, so if you have not watched the video, watch it. Watch the final product of what I'm doing and see how it is. And it took a lot of time. It took a lot of patience, a lot of technicality and concentration. So when you're done putting the music, you can fade it out. You can clip on the music and then say fade out. Fade out means that when the song is about to end, the volume will be, although most songs have fade outs naturally from the studio, but if you're not stopping where the music stops, then the fade outs you will not see the fade outs, because the fade out is where the song stopped originally. Now we are not playing to where the song stopped. Okay, so we have to add our own fade outs so that the tune or the volume will die down gradually. I've said that in several classes. Okay, so just click on it. You can fade into, you can fade out, you can fade out, you can fade in. You want to okay it, and when you're done with the music, you can also adjust the volume. And then when you're done with everything, you okay it, and then you go ahead to save. You choose the resolution that you want, and then I'm just doing this for example. I've saved this. This is not a perfect job, of course. It's not anywhere near perfect. It's like maybe 40% perfect, but I'm just using it to show you how the whole stuff works. But assuming it's perfect already, this is what you do. You save, and then that's pretty much it. Thank you very much.